might seem like I'm clickbaiting you with that title, but I genuinely believe that this movie, Uncut Gems, is Adam Sandler's worst movie. Now, I want to clarify something. I think he gives a fantastic performance. This is the new film from the Sadfie Brothers, and it's A24, studio I love, and it's also a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. The critics are adoring this film, but I'm telling you, this movie is the worst. It's just one of those movies you watch where you're going to have your stomach's going to be in knots. It was just anxiousness, frustration, trying to figure out, what am I watching? Why am I watching it? Why do I care about these people? What is the point? What am I trying to learn? I have so much I'm worried about in my own life. So many other things I could be doing. Why would I want to subject myself to feel so anxious and frustrated by a character that I just want to punch in the face because he's just a terrible person without any redeeming qualities? That is what the movie is. If you want to watch Adam Sandler for 2 hours, be a gambling addict who completely squanders every chance he gets to sort of come from fresh air, but he's going to get that one score, but then he's going to become a bad father, bad husband, bad business partner, betray everyone around him. If you want to watch the downward spiral of a man just to completely destroy his life, and then really for the whole movie just feel like you want to just then go see this movie and enjoy it, because you will enjoy it in that way. But I can't remember the last time I felt so just not even like bored or didn't like it. I was just, it emotionally moved me to my core where I was stressed afterwards. And now, sure, some critics clearly are enjoying that. Oh my God, it made them feel something, right? I want to go to the movie to escape, to learn, to be, taken to a place I've never been before. I don't want to live my most stressful day and watch it for 2 hours with no point at the end of it. It's just a warning call I give you all. I really do think. And again, I'm not trying to clickbait anybody. Look, Little Nicky, I'd rather watch that. Airheads, definitely would rather watch that. That's My Boy. I've never seen it, but you know what? I would much rather watch it then watch this. Let's keep going. Just Go With It. I have sadly seen that movie, and yeah, you know what? It's a dumb movie, but I'd rather watch it. Pixels. Oh my God. I have seen Pixels, and it's so bad I'd rather watch it. Blended. I actually did watch this one, and it's really dumb, but Drew Barrymore, she's nice, so I'll watch that one easily over this. I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. Yes, I'd watch it for the cringe. 8 Crazy Nights. Hey, it's a Hanukkah movie. I got no problem. It's got some good animation. I'd watch it. Grown Ups. Yes, I'd rather watch Grown Ups and just figure out, why did they make this movie? It would be more entertaining. Grown Ups 2, sure. I've never seen The Cobbler, so I guess I could be wrong in that, but just the premise alone. He can go inside people's shoes. I probably should see it, so perhaps I would have to be stand corrected and The Cobbler could replace it, but I haven't seen it. Bulletproof. I love Bulletproof. That's a fun action comedy. Get your facts straight. Grown Ups 2 is 10 times worse. I would rather watch Grown Ups 2. The Do-Over. I would much rather David Spade and Adam Sandler quip one-liners than watch Howard the jeweler in Uncut Gems constantly want me to friggin' punch him. Jack and Jill, it's got Pacino in it. Dunkachino, 100 times every day over Uncut Gems. The Ridiculous Six with Taylor Lautner and all the other Sandler friends, the first Netflix bomb he did. Yes, I would rather watch Sandler farting beans ripping off Blazing Saddles than Uncut Gems. This is from the Sadfie Brothers, as I said. They apparently are known for making anxious cinema. They did a film with Robert Pattinson. I forget what it's called. I have yet to see it, but a colleague of mine said, if you didn't like this, do not watch that. But these are the Sadfie Brothers right here. There's Adam Sandler, who, again, he's trying. He does what he's told to do in this film. The film is around him. His name is Howard. I want to read, actually, the synopsis on Rotten Tomatoes. Since we have this open, I want to share this. Tell me, does this sound good? Does this sound good? From acclaimed filmmakers Josh and Benny Safdie comes an electrifying crime thriller about Howard Ratner, Adam Sandler, charismatic New York City jeweler, always on the lookout for the next big score. When he makes a series of high-stakes bets that could lead to the windfall of a lifetime, Howard must perform a precarious high wire act, balancing business, family, and encroaching adversaries on all sides in his relentless pursuit of the ultimate win. Now, this sounds kind of cool. Pervasive, strong language, violence, sexual content, brief drug use. This sounds like, oh, damn, I want to watch this movie. This sounds cool. This is such a lie. It's a thriller about a gambling addict who is just everyone just sort of hates and makes fun of behind their back. Not charismatic at all. Sure, he gets around, but he's on the lookout for the next big score because he's constantly in debt. Every time he makes money, he's betraying his business partners, his own family, anything he can do to sort of always keep betting. He's an addict. And I just don't like, it's just, so where do you go with those movies? It's always frustrating to watch these drug or addiction movies. Just where do you go with it? You go through rehab, and that's never very fun to watch. He makes a series of high-stake bets that completely, that could lead to the windfall, but destroy everyone in his wake. Howard must perform a precarious high-wire act, balancing business, family, and adversaries. He's losing on all of these fronts. So you're watching a man downward spiral into like a blubbering mess because he's living such a terrible life that he can't get out of it. In his relentless pursuit for the ultimate win. So he's super selfish, terrible person, and that's the movie that you're going to watch. But he does have a gold Furby because the movie takes place like in, I forget when. The film is so weird. It stars The Weeknd. He gets in the fight with the artist The Weeknd in a scene. And it also stars, why am I blanking on his name? I had it and I don't. He stars in Thank You for Calling. He's really great. He was in. He played Snoop Dogg in Straight Outta Compton. He's in Get Out as one of the first guys with the Flash. I'm totally blanking on his name, but he's a great actor. He's in it. There's some supporting performances that everyone's trying, but the film just wants to rip your guts out and just stomp on them and be like, see, we made you feel something. And I don't like movies like that. It reminded me of the movie Mother. Do you guys remember that one? Mother by Darren Aronofsky. That one really disturbed me in a point. It was much more grotesque and violent and much more thematic with symbolism up the butt. Take away all the symbolism and poetic sort of adaptation to it of religious allegories, and just it's about a guy who's a gambling addict who just is destroying his life, and you're watching him go downfall. But it has the same emotional toll of the movie starts with this jewel that he gets from I forget where, but some Africa or something, and it's like this supposed to be worth $1 million. You never really know what's worth, but it's clearly like his next big thing. And so he's there to try and sell, but the movie like starts with him like walking through his jeweler, and there's this chaotic music blasting and Robert Altman-esque, but more on cocaine, of multiple conversations happening at the same time. You are just in chaos right at the beginning of the movie, and then it never ends. Even in the soft moments of the movie, it's always hitting at you with multiple things happening or obnoxious music. The whole movie just wants to unnerve you the entire time. It's just very jagged and just... So it's really frustrating to watch. And the movie then sort of pivots halfway through because what's his name? Sorry, I'm not a basketball guy. Is it Kevin Garnett is the actor, as the basketball player, has a pretty big role because he becomes fascinated with this jewel, this rock, and then he wins, and so he becomes obsessed with it. And then Howard's trying to figure out, can he get more money? And the whole thing just goes crazy. And these are the Sadfie Brothers, and then this is the love interest who's not his wife. Idina Menzel from Frozen plays Adam's wife, and she has a couple good scenes because you're just rooting for her, because you're like, man, this husband of yours is just a loser. Get rid of him. Get the hell out of there and move on already. But then he's trying for the sake of the kids, which is just depressing to watch. These poor kids. Just the whole thing is just, there's no end in sight. Why do we want to watch a movie that's just raking us over the coals? I don't get it. So this actress, her name is Julia Fox, plays the love interest of his sort of the other woman, and she's an interesting character. And then it turns halfway through where you're not sure, is she just using him to be a sugar daddy? But then they sort of go in this direction. I don't want to get into spoilers, but it goes this way that you're hoping it's going to go, and then for a minute you're like, and then the movie just doesn't fulfill any positive reasoning for existing. I'll say it that way. How's that? It's just, I really, really, really didn't like this movie. And so there you have it. I think Sandler gives a good performance. I'm not going to blame him. He showed up for the task. I don't know why he did it, but he showed up for the task. He took some dramatic chances. He's a very unlikable character. So I will give him props, but it's still the worst Sandler movie I've ever watched. I'd never want to see this again. I would watch any Netflix Sandler movie twice over putting myself through the burden of having to deal with the anxiety that this film gave me. And so if that's the type of movie you love, A24, mixing it all up for you, making you go crazy, more power to you. Go check this out when it opens in December. If you like your movies to like entertain you and not stress you out, do not see this movie. Definitely don't see this movie high or any other substances because, my God, I can't even imagine. This movie is a trip. It's just like... That's the best I can do. That's the review. So what are you going to do? You can still see it? Did I sway you? Did I not? Tell me down below. Hit me up on social media. What is the worst Adam Sandler movie aside from this? It's probably debatable. Maybe it is The Cobbler. Has anyone seen The Cobbler? Tell me down below. That's another fun conversation. Let's keep it fun and civil. Thank you so much for watching. You can also join the channel. I'm going to be posting a lot more of unlisted member-only videos. By joining, you get cool badges, emojis, and unlisted videos, and you get to be a part of Nerd Wars, which is back every Tuesday and Thursday. So please support the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have an awesome weekend. I'll be back with more content soon. Bye, everybody.